Federal troops occupy Fort Taylor, Key West, Florida. As the secession crisis deepened in the months following the election of Abraham Lincoln in November 1860, Union authorities moved rapidly to secure key military installations across the South. One of the most strategically important locations was Fort Zachary Taylor, located at the southernmost point of the continental United States in Key West, Florida. Fort Taylor, still under construction but operational, commanded a vital position at the entrance to the Gulf of Mexico. Its location made it essential for protecting Union shipping routes and for enforcing any future naval blockade against the Confederacy. Recognizing its value, the federal government acted decisively to prevent it from falling into the hands of Florida secessionists. On January 13, 1861, just 5 days after Florida formally seceded from the Union, Captain John Brannan, commanding Battery H of the 1st U.S. Artillery, moved swiftly to occupy and secure Fort Taylor. His orders were clear: hold the fort and deter any attempt by state forces or local secessionists to seize it. Brannan's garrison arrived quietly but deliberately, reinforcing the Union's claim to the fort and establishing federal control in an increasingly hostile region. The decision to occupy Fort Taylor was not made in isolation. It mirrored similar moves across the South, such as the federal occupation of Fort Pickens near Pensacola and Fort Jefferson in the Dry Tortugas. These garrisons represented a broader Union strategy to retain footholds in Southern territory and project military power even in the face of secession. Despite the growing tension and the presence of Confederate sympathizers in the area, Key West remained in Union hands throughout the Civil War, largely due to the fortification and presence of Union troops at Fort Taylor. The fort would go on to serve as a crucial staging ground for Union naval operations, including the blockade of Confederate ports under the Anaconda Plan. The occupation of Fort Taylor, though bloodless, was a significant moment in the early months of the conflict. It demonstrated the federal government's resolve to maintain its authority and preserve the Union, even in distant and politically volatile regions. For the Union, every fort mattered, not only for their military value, but as symbols of federal sovereignty in a rapidly fracturing nation.